Well, a couple years ago we eliminated them. Now they eliminated us. Oh man. Oh, why do they tease us like this? Oh man. I mean, I will say it was a good effort towards the end, but all right. So first quarter on opening drives, we both score. They score a touchdown. We score a field goal. Then pretty much nothing happens the rest of the quarter. Um, then they score a touchdown on a 3rd and 1, and I noticed that was a common occurrence in this game. Is like either on 3rd and 1 or 4th and whatever, they were converting it either because the defense messed up the coverage or because of the penalties. I believe there's two reasons we lost this game. The penalties, because I think we had 6 or 7 penalties. I would say like between the battle of the lines, like I think that their offensive line as well probably beat our defensive line most of the time. Their defensive line did pretty well too. I mean, their defense, was there to play. Like they stopped a lot of, their secondary stopped a lot of passes. Very hard fought game on both sides. Um, then in the third quarter, Devontae Adams gets a touchdown. They kick a field goal. Fourth quarter, they kick a field goal, and Aiden O'Connell has two really awesome plays. So first, he throws to Tucker on 4th and 10 for a first down, it's a pretty big chunk pass, and then he throws to Devontae Adams for that beautifully caught touchdown. Like the way he caught that ball is just, oh my god, dude. And then like they kicked a field goal. Well, they kicked 2 field goals in the fourth quarter. The Colts did, and then we tried an onside kick, and of course we couldn't recover it. And I'm sure some people will be like, oh, it's the refs and stuff, but it was like also genuinely us fucking up too, especially like with like moving too early and man, I'll give it Gardner Minshew. He's not like a horrible quarterback, so he was audibling really well to get our side to move. But yeah, just I don't know what happened when it comes to that. Like the defense, they were committing a lot of penalties. There was like a couple on the offense, but it was mainly the defense that was committing a lot of the penalties, which is kind of what I feel like screwed us over. So unfortunately, with those losses, we're eliminated from the fucking playoffs, which really blows. But I mean, let's be real here. Let's be honest. I mean, yeah, like, am I disappointed we lost? But like, am I like enraged in fury? No. I knew this wasn't going to be a give me game, but I mean, even if we won this game, right? Let's say we won this game, then we beat the Broncos, and like we miraculously somehow get into the playoffs. I don't really believe that we were quite ready as to be a playoff contending team, right? Like I feel like we would have gotten in there, we would have gotten smacked right in the first round, and we could have been eliminated anyway. But I mean, I will say as like trying to look at the positives, like this season in general, right? Like with at the beginning, let's think about this in the beginning. We had Ronald McDonald, the Scarecrow as I call him, Josh McDaniels. We were playing real shitty. Like we didn't have a hope. We didn't have a snowball's chance in hell of making the the playoffs. With him coaching, he gets fired. Mark Davis is the right thing. He fires him. Gets rid of the what the fuck, Dave Ziegler. I almost forgot his name. Gets rid of Dave Ziegler and has Antonio Pierce be the interim head coach. And look what Antonio Pierce has been able to do, right? Now, is he like the greatest coach ever? He's just this amazing guru. No. Obviously, he has a lot of stuff to work on, like his game management. Sometimes like decisions on like going for it or kicking it. Like that just comes with experience. But I will say that overall, he's done a great job with this team, right? We legit were a few games away from going to the playoffs with a rookie quarterback. Think about that for a second. With a rookie quarterback, we were almost going to go to the playoffs. Who just started like what? When did he start? His first start was like what in? Oh God, I know I'm going to get this wrong. Who did he start against first? Was it the Chargers? I think it might have been the first time we faced the Chargers. Aiden O'Connell started, which I think was like week 4 or 5, maybe 6. So like he wasn't the starting QB going into the season, right? Like I'm sure he got a few reps and stuff, but he wasn't getting as many reps as Garoppolo. Like think about that. Like if I were to tell you at the beginning of the season that McDaniels would be fired, Garoppolo wouldn't be starting, and Dave Ziegler would be fired, it's just like you'd be like, what? Like literally, like what we started with is not how the season ended. Um, and I think it was for the better, honestly. Like Garoppolo, I mean, he's not horrible, but that was he the prophecy came true basically with him being injury prone, right? Like he was injury prone, and then like when he wasn't injured, he was still kind of playing crappy. So and then I think it was a good decision to start Aiden O'Connell for the rest of the season, just to see what we got with him. I think he's got potential. I really do. I think he's got potential, and this game proved it. Right, like it was kind of little, too late. Towards the end. Well, not really too little, right? Because I mean, he got that was a great touchdown. I don't want to take that away, but that he was still able to do that, right? Like how he threw that ball and how Devontae Adams, like he threw it perfectly, and how Devontae Adams was, able to catch it. Now there were a few times where he did overthrow it, or he threw it completely to the right of of whoever he was trying to target. But at the end of the day, he's still rookie. And he has, I mean, he has had a few bad games. Like last week, wasn't his best game. I guess probably think of one or two other games that weren't his best game. But overall, he's done a pretty decent job, right? As a rookie, he's done pretty decent. And I mean, I'm sure some people can argue, well, it's because they don't have any film on him. That's why he looks so decent. But I don't know. I mean, next year will be the real test. And I hope that we continue to start him next year. And hopefully Antonio Pierce gets the head coaching job. Now, I know it's not going to be as simple as, okay, you're the head coach. Like, they're going to have to go through a process um, and the Rooney rule, which I don't even know if that really benefits anybody, honestly. And, I mean, I guess, yeah, speaking like some people are, oh, what do you know what you're talking about? It's like, well, speaking as a minority myself, like, how does that really benefit anything, right? I don't feel like that really benefits anything, but whatever. I don't even want to get into that. But anyway, because a lot of times, like, they just go through the motions. They're not even legit considering those people, but they just still do it anyway, but whatever. I hope that Mark Davis can make him the head coach. I really want to do that. I know some people were saying Jim Harbaugh and who else? There was someone else, another name that kept popping up. But I really want to try with this. I really want to try with this. Like this is what I would want to see because I don't want to just bring in a recycled coach from another place. I want like organically like starting something here, right? Like how it was like with some of the older coaches that we had success with, right? Like organically starting something here, not someone who came from somewhere else. I mean, we had some that came from somewhere else, but like I mean, like I want like organic start, an organic what do I want to say? Organic start of our own kind of culture, how we play, and that kind of a thing. That's what I want. And yeah, I mean, this season's been full of ups and downs. There've been some great moments, like beating the Chiefs. That our record game against the Chargers. Well, there was another. I'm trying to think of another. There was another game that really stood out to me this year, but I can't remember. Well, if it stood out so much, why can't you remember it? I don't know. But we also had some really bad games this year, like against the Bears. Like that game really pissed me off. But I think overall we're headed in the right direction. I feel like anyway. Now, the real test will be time, but I think that overall, especially if he makes the decision if Mark Davis makes the decision to make him the head coach, maybe bring in another general manager, and maybe I would say also maybe have Antonio Pierce maybe pick out another offensive coordinator. Not that I forgot his name. Not that he's horrible, but like I feel like that we could do better offensive wise. Like defense, I feel like we're there. I feel like we're there for the most part. The defense didn't look that great today, but I feel like defensively we're there. We just need like a really good offensive coordinator and maybe get some more pieces, and I think that we could be a playoff contention team. Either maybe I don't know about possibly next year, maybe, possibly next year, or definitely the year after. But it just all depends on what happens. So the last game is against the Donkeys, I believe. Is it? No, it's in Vegas. It's in Vegas. So they're coming to Vegas. I think that we're gonna beat them. I think we're gonna end this year in a win. They're having a lot of turbulence right now with their organization, and from what I saw, that Russell Wilson got benched. I mean, I really don't care either way, but I was just wondering, it's like why. But I guess that you know, in typical Bronco fashion, they're overpaying a veteran instead of trying to draft and build a team. But anyway, I think that we're gonna beat the Donkeys. I think we're gonna bring them out to the slaughter. I'm gonna say we win by. I'm gonna go bold. I'm gonna say we win by 14. We win by 14 against them. But yeah, so that's it. We're out of the playoffs, but we still got one more game to go. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoy this recap, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.